I mean, TV is the same everywhere. Australians are raised by Americans on TV, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that American culture goes everywhere.
Sure.
The TV.
It's TV, we love it, you know. TV is the contemporary mode of meditation. It's replaced the fireplace. My work here is a body of work that I've focused on around the themes of misguided role models, misguiding youth, and the product of contextual conditioning in mainstream media. I've only ever painted about things that I know about, so it makes it easier for me to talk about them. So I guess one thing that I've learned about growing up where I've learned about is the product of misguided youth. So I guess I've just for the longest time looked at what's influencing myself and my peers, and I've tried to make I make work about the real world. I paint sort of moving life because I'm a painter. Whether I'm using video or painting, it's all in the same sort of moving life category for me. I've come about to make this work through watching like my own children watching television and seeing what they pick up on, and seeing what they're bombarded with sort of in between the sort of programs that they want to be watching, and sort of what they find in between. I didn't really know where it was coming from, and I didn't really know the sort of umbrella themes of where my work was actually going to come to, themes and subjects that interest me, from comic books to tattooed criminals to you know, drug reference and drug culture, and just the things that were around me when I was making these pictures. I don't care to even to make a difference. I'm really just interested in sort of raising more questions, or sort of maybe just like making the obvious probably more obvious, maybe easily talked about. You know what I mean? I've said it before. I'm not trying to change the world. I'm just reacting to the world trying to change me. You know, so. What I've done here is I've mixed up news broadcasts of tragic natural and man-made disasters, and I've juxtaposed it with funniest home videos, sort of, and I've muted them so that you have no context as far as audio goes. For instance, in funniest home videos, you'll watch people getting hurt, and you'll hear funny zing pop sounds, and it'll be funny. It'll amuse you. But I mean, if you look at the same footage on the news with you know, sad music and people being sad, it's going to make you sad. So it's just these really simple examples of how the media plays on our emotions. There's a German word, Schadenfreude, which means the amusement at other people's misfortune. And I think that plays a role somewhere in a broader sense with my work. When I come and do a show, I want to utilise the space. I am a painter, and for that reason having a show can be kind of a boring non-event, because you've made the work was exciting, you loved it, you couldn't leave it, you know, you send it, you stretch it, it's exciting to see again, but in the end they're objects that are predictable in your own mind because you've made them and you've seen them and you've lived them. So what I try to do in each show is set up an installation that can change and that's site-specific. It's something that excites me about the work, about it re-excites me about the entirety of the show. I mean, I can make the painting, I can choose the subject, I can title the painting, and I can choose how it's hung, and I can make every decision up until the actual installation outside of the gallery, and I can come to shows feeling quite, you know, well, pretty much, you know, sometimes over the product of what the show is all about. So the reason I set them up the way they are is because I wanted to have fun with it in the last stages. this show right now is an evolution of everything that I've made, and the editing process involved with trial and error and resolving aesthetic, conceptual, physical issues. This is, this is where I am right now. Where I'll go into the future. I see larger paintings. I see, larger installations, bigger spaces. Louder shows, louder comments, louder questions. Yeah. This painting is called Saturday Morning Prime Time, and I wanted to paint a painting about sort of the soft porn, or at least the implication of sexuality in mainstream media, video clips, in popular culture. And I call it Saturday Morning Prime Time because children watch television on Saturday mornings, and there are a few channels that have cartoons on them, and there are a few channels that have video clips. So as they're flicking from one channel to another, they might catch some booty slapping, gangster hip hop, dancing, and I mean, I don't really necessarily think that it affects them in some major way, but I see that it's there and they're aware of it, and I'm not sure if I was aware of sort of sexuality at that age. But anyway, so I'm mixing the two up, and I'm sort of it's trying to be kind of perverse but kind of cute at the same time.